All right, face is washed, took a shower, washed my hair, shampoo, condition, cleanse. I use a toner and then a moisturizer. Let it dry for a few minutes. You can set up your makeup, change into a button-up shirt, tuck in the collar, and you'll be ready to get started. What I've created as a visual tool is a face form as well as step-by-step 18 step-by-step directions. I'm going to set up my makeup in the order of the steps that we're going to be following. The lashes, these you want to practice before you go to international, that we're using are the Sassy Lashes number 46. You want to pre-do these before you go. If you need to do any trimming at all, you want to trim from the long edge first. So to pre-trim them and then reapply them and stick them on. When you do that later with the curve and the bend and the trim and the adhesive stuck on there, when you pull them off later, and they just have a beautiful curve and will stick to your lashes better. You will get 2 pair, pre-do both. I know a lot of people like the lash fibers. It's really not enough for length and density. So I'm going to recommend that you still use these lashes, and you can use your fibers on top of them to make them more plush, or you can apply the fibers on your lower lashes. Your kit, you will get instructions, a face form, chorus blush, foundation if you've ordered it, chorus lashes, and chorus shadow. And if you would like the Bordeaux lipstick, if you don't have it, please see Judy Whitson and she'll get you your Bordeaux lipstick. And here you'll see all my soldiers lined up in order. And my face is cleansed, moisturized, set up my makeup, and primed on my lids, lips, down my neck for blendability and spreadability. Now I'm going to apply concealer. I've now applied the yellow under my eyes, the green on my cheeks where I have redness, white where I have hyperpigmentation, and the green there, so the yellow gets rid of the purple circles, the green with the neutral concealers to even out my skin tone. Now I'll use a stippling sponge to help blend. Now it's time to apply my foundation. What you need to remember is dark minimizes features and whiter or lighter colors enhance features. Okay, I'm applying the foundation a generous amount. Again, the look is natural, but that doesn't mean no product. It means a nice, smooth, flawless finish, and the foundation's not orange. So now that I've got the product generously applied, as well as down my neck, since it's close to your skin color, and you can add a little bit lighter color to come further down, up into your hairline. Okay, get that all blended. So I'm going to make sure that you get it on your eyelids. I really don't care the order that you do things, except that you want to make sure your face is cleansed. You want to make sure that your face is moisturized and primed, and get foundation on your eyelids prior to applying shadow. You know, a lot of people like to just put shadow right on their lids, but a lot of people have veins and coloring that can make their eyes look darker. And now that I've blended my foundation, I personally will follow, I'm going to use both cream and dual to get rid of the shine. If you're just using the cream shine, you'll want to use a translucent powder on top to help get rid of the shine, but I like a little more coverage, so I'm going to use my dual palette, and I'm going to use this as contouring. I'll also use the darker below in my cheek area and keep it very round. Kind of, for me, I'm going just following the line right through here, coming around, and dimension to your face so you don't look one-dimensional and flat. And then I'll take my kabuki brush with the colors close to my skin tone and use this for blending. So because I used cream foundation and my eyeshadow is going to be powder, I want to get a layer of powder. And you can, all right, now my contouring is completed, blended. You can, so the 3 points, 1, 2, 3, and it goes from wider to tapered. And if you get a line at all, you want a nice clean line and then blend it. We're not looking for harshness, but definitely your eyebrows have to be seen. They'll have makeup on them, they can be sparse. And with us going with the less orange, typical chorus pancake foundation, we definitely need to contour, get depth and dimension. We need to make sure that our brows show expression, that we do the contouring in the crease with the eyeshadow, and that people notice our eyes and our mouths. All right, the first eyeshadow you're going to apply will be this tan color. From your brow into the crease, your lid. If your tape starts to lift, go outside in and do several coats. The purpose of getting this tan on there is to ensure that your eyeshadow base is nice and even. It's a smooth, dry base that you can apply your other shadows on top of it after your foundation. Then you'll take a tiny amount of white and apply it right over your brow area, and what this will do is create lift. Remember, our goal is to go for that oval shape, so the audience can see our mouth, our eyes, and then this is where you want the volume in your hair. Real thin layer, and then depending on the territory of your lid, if you have a really wide territory, you won't apply as much white, but if it's very narrow, you'll like if your eyebrows are really close to your lid, you want to apply a wider band of white for your highlighting. That way you get more lift. And go thinner and then wider. It's going to be in a different order than yours. Pink, because we're going to work out of one palette, and they'll hopefully put them all in order. Tan, white, pink, gray, and then the charcoal. Now I have a very heavy lid, so I'm going to apply pink in the middle, which is where everybody's going to apply the pink, and then come out a little bit to the edges. Better to do too much of the light color, you can always tone it down. If you don't do enough and then you get dark, when you go to blend it later, it's a problem. So I'm going to go almost to the outside corner, almost to the inside corner. If you have a really wide lid like I do, I'm going to be placing my gray up here later. Can you see how when that's darker, it makes my eyelids not look as heavy? Now, if you have a real thin eyelid, you're going to want to apply pink all the way from the lid all the way up to the crease. Now that the pink's done, I'm going to take my white again, and I wet my applicator brush, and you're going to just take a little bit of shadow from the side. You don't want to get water all over there, but you want to get a little white shadow right from the side. And this white is going to get applied right to the inner corner, and it may take 2 or 3 applications, and what this is going to do is help to widen the eyes to create that oval shape. The white's applied, I'm going to retouch up my pink and get a little bit closer. And next I'll be using this gray color, and I'll be getting the gray on the outside corner of my lid, in the crease, and all the way up to my highlighted area. Outside corner, through the crease, and up to the white, and then blend. Now we'll be ready for the charcoal in the crease. If my eye's open and you can't see it, you need to go a little bit wider. End of this eye, start in the middle, get the majority of your product off, go very skinny, dab, 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 and then a little wider on the end. First things we're going to do is blend, blend, blend. Start inside with the fresh brush, work your way out, start blending, and start blending, and start blending. Then before you're finished blending, you'll remove the tape, and we're going to use a brush here to soften that hard line. To create a little bit of a smoky effect, I'm going to use the gray first, and I wet my brush and work outside in. You don't want to use any eyeliner on your inner rim, and that will help when you put your black liner there later to just look a little bit softer. Okay, for eyeliner, the eyeliner we're using is black. You can use a pencil or a liquid, whatever you prefer. A lot of the new liquids have it where it's wider on one angle, I don't know if you can tell, and then as you turn it gets more narrow, so I like that. If you need to open your eyes more, you want to start a little heavier here, get real thin, and then get heavier again. That creates a opening at this effect. Ahead of time, that's the goal. Just practice the plan several times till you get it right. This is my 3rd time. And for liquid eyeliner, you'll just follow along the lash line and a little bit of a wing. All right, my initial eyeliner is applied. I like to touch up after. I don't like to work around my false eyelashes. Okay, so if you're an inner rim person, you have to have product, you can use white. Again, to keep it sanitary, you'd sharpen it first. And some people like to apply white on their inner rim. And you could even hit that inner corner again with the pencil. Sometimes for softness, I'll go back over my liquid liner once it's dry with a pencil and create a bit of a more smoky effect instead of a hard line underneath. Okay, now it's time for the brows, where you start them straight up, past the pupil and the iris is the arch, and then the tail. You want to use the 3-dot system. We're not looking for boxy or hard lines, but we're definitely looking for accentuated. So here, dot, 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 and dot, and then you connect the dots. You can use pencil, you can use gel, you can use marker, or my personal favorite is a little angle brush. I like to use this brow wax and press everything down, keep it all trapped so it doesn't move later. So I'm going to apply the brow wax and then the brow shadow. After I apply the wax, I like to get a spoolie and really work the wax in there, then get it laid down. I have some gray shadow, so I'm taking a Q-tip. You want to be careful that it doesn't get too much on the sides of your nose. Thus, you removed your highlighter, retouch up above your brow, retouch up below your brow if you need to. Your natural eyelashes is closed. Curl your lashes, reapply your eyeliner, a little bit of a wing, and then another coat of mascara. For my lower lash line, I like to use the fibers. That's lashes and pinch them together after I have a little bit of mascara on there. So basically the side's done. To recap, there's foundation and primer are all on the lid first. Then the tan shadow goes from brow to lid. Then the white highlighter goes underneath your eyebrow and a very thin layer right above your eyebrow, all the way past the tail, and that causes the lift. Then the pink goes on the center of your lid, and depending on how large of a lid territory you have, you'll either apply from here to here. If you have a real wide lid like I do, I go ahead and apply the pink to here, and all the way up. I just cover over some of the pink later with the gray. Then you'll wet the white eyeshadow on the side and put a little bit right in that corner. Then you start with the light gray that goes on the lid up through here, as well as in the crease and up to the highlight. You want to be careful that you don't get the gray and that it comes all over here and gives you like dark shadowy circles. If it does get past here, you need to get it off with a wet Q-tip and reapply your foundation. Again, it helps if you apply the tape first. And then you're going to put your charcoal right here in the crease, very skinny to wider, and then blend everything together. Take the tape off, soften out through here. I like to use a little gray shadow first, and then apply the eyeliner. Apply artificial lashes, pre-do them, take them off the tray, arch them, trim them to fit, rock them like a horseshoe, apply the adhesive, and reattach them to your tray. Get all that done in advance. They'll have a nice curve and be much easier for you to apply. And then you apply your liner with a little bit of a wingtip and your liner through here. If you'd like to open the eyes wider, start a little thicker and then more narrow and then up. And then some people like to use white on their inner rim. That's optional, but it helps to open up your eyes more. And then if the white shadow needs to be touched up, you can use a little bit of white. This is an optional product. The tape's optional. As far as brows, softer, but 3.1 to 3-point to the tail, and brush, gel, wax, whatever helps keep them in place for you. Artificial eyelashes, number 46, chorus eyelashes, and that's about it for the eye. Coming along. And mascara, Mary, pinch your lashes together, hold the ends down, don't blow on them, pinch, curl, and mascara underneath. And again, the eyelash mascara with the fibers are optional too if you want to use that on your lower lash line, and or even on the upper one to make them a little more plush. So that's it. As far as contouring, you can take the darker right through here underneath your cheek line, and so your contour, then your blush, and you'll actually have some highlight above your cheek. Your teeth, and then reapply primer and reapply foundation if you need to on your lips so you get an even base. A lot of people say, well, it turns this color on me or it turns that color. It won't turn if you put the primer on, you put your foundation on, you follow with translucent powder, and then apply your nude lip liner. You can use markers. Go ahead and fill it all in. That'll help your lipstick stay on. And now time for our lipstick. The Ben Nye lipstick comes at a nice angle. Translucent powder. And then you reapply your lipstick. After the second application, you'll go on to your Chorus blush, applying it above your contouring area. Again, the white highlighter. Don't blow. And you're going to place this right above your blush line. And then guess what? You're going to blend. Buffer, blend, and translucent powder. Okay, translucent powder. Who can guess what our most important step is? Step number 18. See your makeup captain. And movement with the shape headed oval. Height, height, height. Not little poof, super tight, nothing like that. We're not looking for anything like that. We're looking for soft and beautiful. I have been changed.